Hi, welcome to Think Tech. We are raising public awareness about technology, energy, diversity, and globalism. This show is Center Stage. I am your host, Donna Blanchard, proud managing director of Kumukuhui Theater, and we're coming to you live from Pioneer Plaza in the heart of downtown Honolulu, very near Kumukuhui Theater. I am elated to introduce you to three marvelous, rocking ladies today. Without further ado, let me introduce you to some of the women from some of the most fabulous bands on the island right now. We have Helena Bierens from Elephant. We have Nancy Christenson from Motley Uke.
Yeah.
And we have Cathy Lowenberg from Where's Missing Dave?
Yeah, it's Missing Dave.
Missing Dave, not Where's Dave.
Where's Dave?
Thank you so much for being here and spending the afternoon with me.
Thank you for having us.
Cathy's got the giggles over
You know
there.
why? Because
Thank
I
you
see
for
that
the
it goes
wine.
like me too high, her, and then I don't like how that looks.
It's all about you,
I feel
Cathy.
like slouching.
Everybody, if you must slouch. No,
Okay.
I think we're doing good. I
Okay.
think we're balanced well. So I wanted to bring you in and talk with you because I think, not only do I think you're really awesome people, I am kind of fascinated about what you all do and how you do it. All right? Because you're in different phases of your immersion in the world of rock in your lives, right?
What do you mean by phase?
Well, here's what it is. Different phases in your immersion. Like you are, Cathy, you have a regular day job. You have
Oh
kind of
yeah,
a
no,
prominent
that's
day job.
not. Yes, I do.
You have kind of a prominent day job. We're not going to talk about that.
Very
apparently. Okay. And then in the evenings, you spend your time rocking out
Yes.
all over town.
Yeah.
How often does Missing Dave play?
Well, it depends. It depends because it used to be every weekend. So actually all of us have day jobs. It used to be every weekend, but over the years, a lot of bars have stopped having live music. So now we used to have like regular gigs at certain bars, like first Friday of the month here, or second Friday here. But now the Irish bars have music every week or every day. So we're there. Ew, stop it. So we're there maybe once a week, and then other bars here and there. So just about once a week.
Once a week.
That was just a long way to say once a week.
Okay.
I had to think about it.
It used to be more. Would you like for it to be more?
No.
Okay. Okay. Now, here's where I'm talking about the different phases of immersion. So, Nancy, let's go to you. How often does Motley Uke play out?
Well, we are just coming off of a hiatus, so it's been a couple of months, but we usually play once or twice a month.
Structuring.
We're trying to, cut back to like once a month because you can get oversaturated on heavy metal ukulele.
No,
You
I
don't
don't
wanna-
think so. I think that's a myth.
I think you can't get enough of it.
So you're saying maybe the people want to see it once a month? And
I don't
no
want to just
more.
overload people
Yeah.
with what we do just because it's a little different, Like,
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, what everybody does is different. I didn't mean it like that, but yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I get
So
tired.
metal
frankly, I'm
ukulele
tired.
it's more of a niche.
Yeah, and I can't stay up that late too many nights, so it takes
Okay.
a lot out of me.
Because you all have regular day
I'm
jobs.
54 and I have to drum and it's really hard, so.
Okay. You're getting the biggest workout of everyone, I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what to look
Although
at me.
you're
but-
all over the stage,
Yeah.
so you're getting a workout, too.
I was still thinking of regular day job because you're kind of like a contractor and you can kind of work from anywhere, yeah?
Well, yeah, I do. I work at a museum.
She's a
Pacific
wordsmith.
Aviation Museum on Ford Island, but it's only part-time, and yeah, I can work at home sometimes. Although I'd love to be out there around
Oh,
the
that's
airport.
cool. So it makes it a little easier to stay up until,
Theoretically, yeah,
Crazy
it does.
hours.
I mean, I don't have to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning or
Nice.
anything like that, so, yeah.
all right. And Helena, you don't have a day job.
I have a night
She
job.
has a
I
day
have
job.
a day job.
You do?
Teacher.
Teaching.
Yes.
Teaching music.
I teach classical guitar.
To
Awesome.
youth.
To you.
To all ages.
Within
Oh,
school? Within
really?
the school system?
I teach for a company called 7th Fret Guitar Studios. I've been teaching there for almost 13 years, 12 and a half years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good long
A
time.
good long time.
And did you have a regular job before?
I was a realtor for Century 21.
Get out.
I saw her realtor photo. When you
Realtor?
think of a realtor photo, I saw it, and you look very
realtor.
Very
Yeah.
professional and
Very Miss America.
Real
Wow.
estate bot, like,
Yeah,
Did you
it's
dig
like
it? How did you feel
no,
about the world of
I
real
mean,
estate?
it wasn't for me. It's for other people. It's cool jobs
It's for people
other
that want to sell
people
houses
do.
in real estate.
Yeah, it turns out I want to play music, so.
So that wasn't really the place for you.
yeah.
How did you end up there? Is it in the family?
Oh,
Does it
yeah,
run in the
actually, family connections got me in there totally. And I worked for Hot Topic for some years.
A very important place.
Yeah, they
You
got
met some
40%.
very important people.
That's cute. Yeah.
family? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, different levels of immersion, because I find it really interesting, Nancy, that you would say you're good with the amount of time that you're playing out. You're scaling back even, and
for now, because we
know.
do want to work, the other half of that is that we're working on writing more originals and recording and so forth.
And training me.
Oh, yeah, and Helena's in our band now as our bass
That's so
player.
cool,
In
a
addition
bass
to her
ukulele
other
player.
jobs.
Yes.
you're playing
Yeah.
bass.
We had practice last night. She kept me up past midnight.
She usually doesn't
See,
get up until
I'm
past
lucky I got all of you here.
That's why I
tonight.
woke up at
I
10
know I
today. To all of your
But I think what
messages.
people
Yeah,
have
we're
to
really happy
understand
to
is
have
they do like metal covers, but all ukulele.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to play out multiple times a month.
It is
Yeah.
very, very unique.
Mhm.
Yeah. When I always interview artists on the show, and what I get from most people, if someone's a painter, if someone's a writer, if someone's an actor, and they have a day job, they wish with all of their heart that they could, with the day job, and just be an artist. Are you telling me that you do not all necessarily
Well,
feel that way?
I bet for all of us, our day job is an art in its own way. I mean, whether it's teaching or writing,
Yeah.
or to me, I've always been a person that, I mean, even with music, it's about people, it's about change, it's about transition, and even with my job, my day job, which is I'm a lawyer, I mean, it's really about people at the end of the day. So I think for all of us, it's not like you're doing art or music here and then your day job. It's all kind of like different ways of expressing your passion.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. I hear you. I'm thinking just
That's
for
really
myself.
good
Okay,
way
it's
of
different
putting
ways of
it.
expressing your passion, and still,
And your gifts. I mean,
and
like,
your
I
gifts.
think if your gift is communicating, or your gift is words, or reaching people, or trying to change the way someone thinks, there's so many ways you can do that. So you can do it from teaching, or writing, or law, or music.
Okay, and with that, we're going to go to our first break. Look how fast that went.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, that was fast. Okay.
It wasn't horrible at
It
all.
was. I know, we're going to have to really talk fast in the
Cathy.
next two segments. Okay, we will be right back on center stage. Please stay put.
Hi, I'm Jay Fidel. I'm host of Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy, which is our flagship show, which plays 4 to 5 p.m. every Wednesday. And the supporters of that show are Hawaii Energy Policy Forum and Hawaii Energy. And luckily enough, we have representatives of both of them right here today to tell you more about what they think about the show. Sharon Moriwaki at my left is co-chair of Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, and she goes first. Sharon?
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad that we have this Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy. This was 2 years ago when we started this, and we have continued it because it's so important, and there's so many developments happening across the state, and we hope you'll tune in every Wednesday, 4 to 5. It's wonderful.
And Ray is Hawaii Energy. Ray, what is your thought about the same subject?
Well, I agree completely with Sharon that we are talking about every Wednesday, 4 to 5. We talk about some of the most important subjects that are affecting the islands now and into the future. Energy, clean energy, we need it. We often run into new ideas that we had not thought about before. We did just today, and I think we're going to have more of that in the future. So come on down and watch us 4 to 5 on Wednesdays, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see you then. Aloha.
Aloha.
Sounds way better.
Hi, we're back and we are live on Center Stage on the Think Tech Hawaii Digital Series. And I'd like to let you know that if you would like to join in our conversation here, you can. Please open a bottle of lovely red wine and join us. You can tweet to us at ThinkTechHi, ThinkTechHI, and we will read your comments here on the screen or questions, and we will talk back to you. Okay, ladies. Okay, thank you for the perspective. I do appreciate that. I think that maybe there's a lot of artists who aren't thinking of it that way as much, that there is so much expression in day-to-day life, and I think that's a very cool way to look at it. I still say that for a lot of people, if someone said, we would like you to do nothing but paint for a living, they'd say, yeah, okay, bye-bye to the rest of the stuff.
I think with music or singing or what you're doing on the stage, it takes so many different aspects. And I think for a lot of people, you don't want to just confine yourself to one. It's like one facet of the gem. You want to express yourself in different ways. And so maybe one night a week is through music or through a stage performance. And then during the day, it's through writing or what you're, teaching.
Yeah. Awesome. How did you get into music?
Oh, God. In 6th grade, we had to join band.
You had to?
We had to. It was required. And unless you already played, like, violin, then, like,
the violinist.
all the orchestra people had, like, years of experience under their belt. But for the rest of us who didn't have that, we had to go join band, and so I played trumpet. And so that was my first instrument, was trumpet. And I went pretty far with that. At one point, I was 3rd in the state. I had a great teacher.
How do they rank at
Are
trumpet?
you kidding? Because there's competitions.
What do they
There's
grade on? Like
There's a
tone?
lot of different, tone. You have to memorize your piece, performance. It's all, you go in front of judges, with your back to the judges. And there's a whole cult. And
Call the trumpeters.
I did that, and then at the same time, that same year, I found an old guitar of my mom's, an old student guitar that she didn't play. And she got tired of hearing me bang on that and put me in lessons.
Oh. How cool. Now, was there any other people who played in the family that you remember?
My uncle in Kansas plays bagpipes.
What?
We're a very Scottish family.
How
You
did
can tell from looking at me.
influence you?
Influenced me to not play bagpipes.
I love bagpipes. They're amazing. That's actually my
I love
But do
my
you
goal is
want,
to actually
like,
yes, I
your
want to
kid
play.
Have you ever been
bagpipes?
up close?
No, not in the house.
Like up close next to
Yeah.
them? It's intolerable.
I love it. It's an amazing instrument. Amazing.
It is.
Yeah, just not
If
for
it's
hours.
out there on the moor,
I don't think I would have the gigs I did if I went with the basement.
You never know.
With the bagpipes.
You know what? Elephant actually does need a bagpiper.
No, we actually have guest bagpipists,
Oh.
bagpipers.
The pipist.
Where does Elephant play usually?
Oh, thank you. Elephant plays every Saturday night at Irish Rose Saloon.
Second,
And-
camera 2.
Camera 2, Irish Rose Saloon. And every 1st and 3rd Fridays now at O'Toole's.
Awesome.
From 9 to 2, all the gigs.
9 to 2.
Come on down. No
Wow.
cover, 21 and over.
And they're
it's
awesome.
Cover tunes.
And it's covered tunes.
They are
We're sprinkled with like 1 or 2 songs that my drummer wrote.
And they're so entertaining. You're in such an entertaining band. It's
We
so
have
much
a lot
fun
of fun.
to watch them.
Hey,
God.
look, there's a picture of
And
you.
listen.
There's a picture of you.
That's
There's
great.
a Joe Corelli.
Oh, it's
Hey,
Thank you.
Kathy's
Hey,
in
I'm
there
in the
too.
background.
Background.
That's me in the background.
That's
an
us
open
at
mic. Yeah,
open
that's
mic.
me. That is me. We are doing a song that I don't think I knew.
You
had
did
to
a
fill
great
the
job.
words.
No, that's the one. That looks like Zombie. I think you got
It could
this one.
be.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
on the side.
judging, I think I'm playing E minor there, so we go with
That was
Zombie.
cool.
Nice. Nancy, so tell me how you started with Motley Uke. How did this come
Oh,
about?
can I go back a little farther?
Yeah.
A little further?
How did
It doesn't-
what made
the
you
story
fall in
doesn't
love with
start
playing
with Motley
music to
Uke.
begin with?
Okay, 5th grade, picked up a guitar, and I didn't know at that time that my dad had been a jazz guitar player.
Oh.
And my mom was an opera singer before the war,
Oh, wow.
and
Before the war?
the second big one. And my dad played in jazz clubs and stuff, and I had no idea in Seattle. And so I was struggling along with my, and Dad came along and said, "Hey, can I try that?" And I was like, "Sure, old man." And I handed it to him, and he whipped off something you would recognize, some awesome classical thing. Anyway, so I picked up drums in 6th grade, and put them down.
Yeah, where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Well, I really wanted to be, I idolized the Danny Serafine, the drummer for Chicago. Chicago Transit Authority was huge back then, like their first album, right, when they were jazz rock, and Led Zeppelin, of course. So I idolized those guys, and I just had rhythm in me more than melody. I couldn't, I'm not a melodic type. I'm really more of a rhythmic type. So I also couldn't, at that time, I couldn't get anyone to really pay attention to me as a drummer. It was like 1972, and Karen Carpenter was out there doing it, but outside of that, I couldn't really get anyone to take me seriously as a little girl drummer. I wasn't
Carpenter was
assertive. We didn't have the
drumming?
internet. I had no idea how to do it.
Yeah. Have you never seen her drums?
I didn't know Karen
She's
Carpenter
an
was a drummer.
amazing. Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Donna.
Yeah.
YouTube.
It was her brother playing
Yeah.
piano.
I gotta YouTube that. I loved Karen
do that
Carpenter
during the
because
break.
she
We'll
had
do
this
that.
nice low voice and I could
Oh.
sing with her songs.
She had a beautiful voice.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so she
Clarion.
drummed. I'm sorry to.
Oh, well, anyway,
jump
but
right in.
she wasn't one of my, I wasn't into that kind of music. I was
Oh,
into
okay.
the rock and roll and the everything because of my older brothers and sisters. Anyway, so I couldn't get anyone to really take me seriously with lessons, so I stopped playing drums until a few years ago. But I played guitar and I was in a band in college, and all-women band for several years, and we had a great time. But I always wanted to be a drummer, so I just
But, I
went
mean,
back to it.
1972, you're like 9 years old. How seriously would anyone take?
I was 11.
How seriously did you want to be taken?
I really wanted to,
What?
like,
Are
make
you
me play
kidding?
like John
As an
Bonham.
11-year-old?
11 years old, I remember watching the Rosie O'Donnell show and thinking, like, when Hanson
wanted
was
to-
on there, like, I need to get on there by the time I'm that old.
Which was 15.
The youngest brother in Hanson, I think their album released when he was 12.
How
Yeah.
old were you when you watched that?
Like 11, 10, 11, somewhere
So you were
around
setting
there.
goals at that age.
I
That's
needed
pretty
to be.
impressive.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I needed to be on stage.
So
Yeah,
an
I did too.
11-year-old
That's
Nancy.
exactly it. I wanted
An
it.
11-year-old Nancy was like, no one's going to take me seriously.
take
So I'm
me
going to rock out on
seriously.
guitar for a
If
few
we
years and
grew up
bide
in
my
the same
time, and that's what I
decade.
did. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then.
So then my friend Burl Burlingame, who's also a fairly famous writer and historian locally, he got me as a gift drum lessons, a couple of drum lessons with Luke D'Addario, who is the drummer in Corrupt
Oh, yeah.
Absolute, local thrash metal band. And anyway, so then I started playing, and that was it.
That was it. You just love it. You have no desire to go back to guitar or uke or.
I
any
loved
string
like the
thing?
rhythm guitar, but no, I'm not a melody person at all. I just love the rhythm.
Oh.
I got the rhythm in me.
That's pretty cool. You have mine also because I have no rhythm in me. I don't. I'm
Well, I
like
can't
such a
sing. I
white
can't
girl.
carry a tune in a bucket, so.
I can sing.
You're that was racist. Was it? Well, was it racist?
What?
She said she's such a white girl. She doesn't have rhythm.
Oh.
Well, no, it's racist in like the right way because I've gone. I mean, I used to live in Chicago and go to the clubs and dance, and I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, right.
That will make you feel white for sure. Yeah.
No, nothing makes you.
It was
Yeah,
hard.
we have to be careful, right?
Kat, so tell me about your musical.
I know. Actually, I was
background.
trying to deflect. Let's go to the next
No,
topic.
it's not going to work. It's my show.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because singing is such a, and you can sing too, and I just think it's such a wonderful gift to be
I
able to
just
do
think
that.
growing up, my parents and my grandparents all loved music. It's just a family thing. And then I guess in high school, it's like choir, musical theater, small vocal ensemble, all-state choir. I was a competitive singer.
See, you
Yeah,
know.
I was competitive. I won. Well, I was a competitive alto.
All-state
Yeah.
choir.
I was an
And
all-state
you're
choir.
asking me about trumpet and
Yeah,
how they're
yeah, I was
judging us?
mocking your high school trumpet, but I know the game, the high school
The game
competitive
behind
music
that.
game. Yeah. So all state choir, and actually in college I did think about doing music, but like it goes back to what do you want to do? How do you want to express yourself? And through me, I ended up getting a master's, or excuse me, I got my bachelor's in creative writing, and then but I was always politically minded too. So to me, like writing, social activism, politics, it's all kind of, to me, it's all about being creative and it's all about people. And so to me, there's really not a line between each. So I ended up doing my bachelor's in creative writing, short story, but then I ended up being a community organizer. I did union organizing for years.
Oh, wow.
And then came back to, well, I mean, it's not like I came back. I'm still doing,
That's cool.
To me, the work of people and communities, but, you know, coming back to music too.
Okay, so union organizing, how does one get into that? I mean, how does that become a part of your life?
Oh, I did that for like 20 years, actually. I think it's because I also did a bachelor's in American Ethnic Studies. And then the mentors that I had were, you know, elected officials, attorneys, organizers. And so when it came time to graduate, I asked some of my mentors, what do you think I should do? Here I have these degrees, these are my passions. And they said, you know, with community organizing, you can do a lot of work, you're involving people, but the results don't always stick. But with union organizing, you know, things stick, things change. And it's a way to change a structure.
Okay,
Wow.
Interesting how that all falls in there
it
together
all-
because you organized Kiss
comes
Night,
back
you're,
to-
the
She
Led
is
Zeppelin
an
guys,
organizer.
right?
Yeah, you are a good organizer.
Yeah, it's about organizing.
Yeah.
Can you come over and look at my kitchen?
I got a closet with your name on it. That's pretty awesome.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
That didn't sound really bad. I'm sorry about that. It needs some organization.
That's hilarious.
Okay, we're going to go to our second break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the Honolulu music scene in particular. Okay?
Okay.
That's my tease for you. We'll be right back on Center Stage.
Hi, aloha. My name is Chris Leatham, and I host a show called The Economy and You. The show plays every Wednesday at noon, and on my show, I bring on guests who are interested or working in the technology space. And so I'd like you to come and watch the show and learn with me about all the sort of exciting things that we're doing in Hawaii to build and grow our economy ecosystem. So I'd like to say aloha, and I look forward to seeing you on the show. Thank you.
Aloha! How you doing? It's me, Angus McTech, wishing you to welcome and join us to see us on Hibachi Talk on Think Tech Hawaii. Join my co-hosts, Gordo the Tech Czar and Andrew the Security Guy, every Friday from 1300 to 1345. We look forward to seeing you. We'll talk tech and we'll have some wee bit of fun. And remember, let your wing gang free wherever you be. Aloha!
Hi, we're back. This is Center Stage on the Think Tech Hawaii digital series, and I want to tell you not only can you tweet if you would like to join the conversation here, Think Tech Hi, Think Tech HI. If you would ever like to join us in our studio down here, you may just email j@thinktechhawaii.com and we will hook you up. Okay, we're back talking to the ladies who rock. And so let's talk about the rock scene in Honolulu. Have any of you been a part of bands on the mainland or elsewhere?
Yes.
Okay, Nancy, let's hear
Well,
about
because I
that.
grew up there, so yeah. The band
so
I was
that's
in
where-
for about 5 years in college, all women, and we did originals and also some
Wow.
sort of somewhat punk, like The Clash.
When was that?
The 80s, the best time to be in
So
your
it's like
20s.
pre-Riot
The
Girls.
it was the best
Yeah,
time
it was
to be in your
before Riot
20s.
Girls. It was pre-grunge, just pre-grunge.
That's when my mom was in her
I would be
20s.
interested
Thanks,
though to
Helena.
know
Thank you.
how would it be before, you know, Riot Girls? Because Riot Girls kind of brought like the aggressive female rock energy to the forefront.
It was just a ton of fun. It was just the most fun I've ever had. Really, I mean, it was just wonderful. Just get out there all the time, and of course, in your 20s, I mean, I had a lot of energy. Most of it natural.
Why are you?
I mean, it was, you know, that age where you could just do anything you want, and that's
Yeah.
what I did.
And there was no fear.
None. Well, yeah, actually, I used to throw up before I got on stage.
Oh.
Well, we did have that
The
fear.
first couple of songs were kind of rough, but after that,
And then you, okay.
Yeah.
Do any of you feel like we need to talk about what it is to be a woman in rock and roll and how it was then and is now? Do we need to go there? Is there?
I've always had just complete acceptance.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this though, like in person, right? Live, we absolute acceptance and encouragement, but online is a different story.
Oh, that's actually very, yeah.
Well, how so?
I totally forgot about that. Because
Right?
you're right. Like in person with the club owners, the people who book,
Audience,
it's great.
yeah.
But online, when people just have this, I don't know if it's the anonymity or just the distance of being online, there is a really, I don't even know what you call it, if it's sexism or what.
Right.
There are a lot
misogyny,
of rockers
women-hating.
I notice have a real big sexist streak.
Yeah.
And a lot of guy rockers, and I hate, these are my people. I
There
hate to
seems
say
to be-
that.
As in, they do not take you seriously?
That
as
or
musicians?
they're
Threatened.
Yeah, very
yeah.
threatened.
they kind
I
of
think I've tried to think about that, and I look at a lot of rock musicians similar to how I look at the profession of cooks. I used to be a union organizer with the hotels, and when you look at the hotel, the kitchens, the cooks, it's a very male, it's a hyper male environment, but they're also sensitive and creative, artistic types. And so it comes out in really strange ways. There's a lot of aggression because of that. And I think the same is with these rock male people. I think there's an artistry and a sensitivity, and I don't know if they're masking it with this hyper masculine,
there's sort of this, rocker, I'll
machismo.
say what I want. Don't try to put me down or keep
It's
me
a
with.
machismo,
And then, but if a
there's
woman
also an
says
insecurity. They're very machismo, but they're also very insecure.
Right,
It always comes from
So that
insecurity.
if a woman in particular
Hello,
says
men, we know
something-
that.
Yeah.
It always comes from
And I don't
insecurity.
know, and I've never in my life been called a man-hater until in just the
Yeah.
last couple
And they're
months.
dismissive
Man
about
hater.
anything
Yeah.
with facts that you have to say. Yeah.
Okay, last week on the show, I had Kieran
Right.
Gandhi, this amazing drummer she worked with MIA. Did you guys see her drum
No.
on my Facebook?
No.
I put a link
Oh my
up.
God.
Oh my
No.
God, you should see her. She's
I know,
also,
yeah.
she's also a radical feminist.
Yeah.
And she
Nice.
talked about, it was really eye-opening, she talked about the fact that men can get up in the morning and roll out of bed and put on a shirt and a pair of pants and brush their teeth and go. Women are expected to prepare and take some time and do
Helena didn't
things
get that memo.
Nah, I ended up a lesbian.
Well, awesome for you. Would that we all could just be lesbians.
Show up in this, got my t-shirt and pants.
Well, you know what? It gives you a lot more time during the day, and it leaves you
does.
making far fewer decisions than the rest of us have
And
to
for some
make
reason,
every
it
day.
brings fucking less hate. It brings less hate to Helena.
Do you think
People
it
hate
brings
her.
less hate by
I'm sorry.
either men or women?
Right, because I'm
Men.
closer to like being one of the guys or something, because I get treated completely different than these two do.
Oh, yeah, because they're objectified in some
Right,
way?
absolutely.
And I gotta say,
We've
in
been
my
called
band-
man-haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how come you
I
weren't
have
called
not
a
by our
man-hater?
guys, not
You're
by our
wild.
band members. Just, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So that really sucks that that's still going on, and
It does, and it's also kind of, aren't you pathetic? Really? That's what you've got? Man-hater?
Right,
And do those people
absolutely.
hold
Do you
you
think I'm
back in
gonna
any
burn
way?
my bra too? It's like
No.
this big, what
It
century
backfires
is
on
this?
them. If anything, it empowers us. It brought us together,
Yeah,
you know, and it makes us
In
feel
what way did
cooler.
it backfire?
On them, for them, like
And
trying
for some
to.
reason, a lot of these people cling to
down.
Helena. It's very
They do.
interesting when these men we're talking about, and I have to use a quotation mark, when they're frustrated with Nancy or I, they seem to cling and gravitate towards Helena.
Try to reason
May-
with me, be like,
They
"How
think
did
she's
it-
nicer."
They took it wrong, or she didn't like what I had to
Oh,
say.
like you're going to be the liaison
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you have a little bit of both
right?
experiences
And,
or something.
no.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's probably not going to work.
Yeah, not
Okay,
so
well, as
much.
long as it doesn't hold you back in any way.
It doesn't.
Uh-uh.
I think it
Then-
works in
No,
our
and
favor.
overwhelmingly, people are great. This
Yes.
is a tiny minority, right?
Have you seen that in theater?
Theater is a really great leveling ground. I see it in business. I see it in the business side of work, but I find that it's a totally different story here in Honolulu than it was in the Chicago market.
Jesus, yeah.
People are there is a lot. There's still misogyny going on here.
Yeah,
But
right.
And I'm
I
not
have a
sure
very
if
different
it's just
story.
rock. Like, have you seen it in other genres, or do you think maybe because of the music that we're playing,
that's
because
it.
it's
You're
dated
absolutely
in a
right.
way?
I think that's
You're
what it is.
absolutely right, because in like the indie scene, like all the kids in like Chinatown,
They just come
rocking
from a
their
different
45-minute
generation.
sets with like no money, they're all super accepting, and if anything, yeah.
What do you think it is about rock music? Maybe the type of music that we're playing,
Maybe it
which
is
isn't.
dated.
Well, I think it's
There
a
are a lot of
dated.
dated concepts in there. They're really fun songs, but the concepts do get a little.
It's people in their 50s, the men in their 50s.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a man.
So we shouldn't have to worry so much for future generations.
I think there's
because we're
hope for the
working our
future.
way out of it.
There's hope for the future.
But it's true.
I don't know.
I never experienced it till
That
I
or
moved
be a
here,
lesbian.
which was more than 20 years ago. But yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that.
Yeah,
That
it's different here.
yeah.
It's different here.
In that aspect, yeah. And again, it's not the majority. It's just the little people.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so let me ask you about this. Do you feel like the major industry here is the visitor industry? Do you feel like they're supporting the local rock and roll scene? And I interviewed a group of people who are doing a web series, Paradise Justice, and they are making a point of using only people who live here. They will not let actors from outside to come in and do it because so many films come in here and they bring their actors in from the outside.
Right.
Do you feel like the visitor industry here is supporting local musicians?
Yes.
I don't know about the industry, but the tourists sure are.
Yes.
Okay, so the hotels.
No, the
Are
industry
they-
too. The industry too.
Yeah, I think Helena can answer that better than I do. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's
also, you
tourist
look
and
at, like you said,
industry,
the
that's my whole
hotels.
audience.
I mean, the hotels where you get so many of the working musicians.
restaurant
doing
workers.
Yeah, the shows, the workers who are going to 3 gigs a night in the hotels. They are, I mean, most local people don't go into Waikiki to see, you know.
Anything outside of Waikiki isn't going to pay you either.
Yeah, the working musicians,
okay.
people who are making their living as musicians are working in Waikiki for tourists, mostly, probably. But then you make your living for, I mean, it used to be more. I used to play in the bars more, but like even the Irish bars,
Right.
it's a lot of industry people, but
Yeah.
also a lot of tourists. And a lot of the musicians who are playing at the Irish bars can make their living playing music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. What is it about those Irish bars? They're very cool.
We're great.
We like the way they talk.
Yep. Yes.
But I mean, when we say
No
Irish
cover,
bars, I mean, we're talking
no
about
cover
Bill and Fred,
and
right?
quality.
talking
Right.
about-
I mean, we're talking about 2 people
Right.
who are owning, you know, four bars,
4 bars.
and they have live music every single night.
No
And the
cover
people
and
who-
quality bands. They're able to pay their bands to have good bands in there to bring the
That's
people.
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Your hair is getting on your
I'm so
microphone.
sorry. I'm
And
not
the
looking at
people
you.
who go to these shows too they're not trying to look cool or any of that stuff.
Right.
They're not all like,
Yeah.
I have to wear the right clothes and all this, mostly. They're just out to have a good time.
A lot of people are
and
there-
it's so refreshing to go out and people just really want to have fun. They're not trying to look like they're too cool to have fun.
Right.
Or any of that stuff that you can get.
It is,
sometimes.
yeah, if anyone is wondering, if anyone is watching this and saying, well, yeah, I haven't been out to see live music in a while, what's it like in Honolulu? It is a really cool scene. It is a really good group of people
Yeah.
that I hadn't been introduced to until not too long ago, and I'm like, these are really awesome
It's a very
people.
vibrant
And
scene.
it's different everywhere too,
Yeah,
every little
and
pocket
every
of it.
every different pocket. You know, there's younger people, there's younger women. You know, there's the indie scene that Helena was talking about. I mean, there really are different pockets.
And there's so much going on, like every other night of the week, there is some place to go and hear
Right.
good music. Not
Yes.
just
Yeah.
someone who's, fiddling around and trying
Right.
to figure out what they're doing on an open mic.
Right.
Some good stuff.
And even the open mics are killer because they're guys who, and gals, I mean that generically,
Look
are
what you
really
just
good,
did.
you know?
Look at this picture.
Oh,
Hey.
from Kiss Night.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
there
woman
you
in the middle with the
go.
microphone, that's this woman right here.
She makes us all feel confused about
You
Gene
guys, David
Simmons.
and Nancy, one of the Lolo brothers in there. Let's talk about the Lolo brothers because you guys were brought together and got a face on the air as a group as the
Yeah.
Lolas through that
The Lolas.
through that show devoted to the music scene here.
Right.
That's Damon Ramsey and Joe Corelli. They did a great job of putting the 3 of you together.
Yes,
These are
they
3
did.
really
Well,
nice
it's
personalities.
Check out
Because
Lolo Brothers Productions.
So
God.
obviously, we
Yeah.
all knew each other already, obviously for years. But I think hey, that's so strange.
There you
Here we
go.
are sitting here, and there we are on
Helena.
screen.
Someone
Another
just
great
made up.
wall.
I look so much better today.
But I think there's something.
I'm not going to disagree, but it's just because it caught you in a little weird way. Anyway.
Thanks.
I think too, because Damon and Joe are musicians and they're artists. I think there's something unique about them, which is they're playing music, they're artists, but I don't think they're in that same category that we were talking about earlier. I think you know.
They're not in the same category at
They
all. no.
genuinely
anything.
appreciate the scene here, which is really awesome.
Yeah,
I
and
think they
want,
are about building camaraderie, building
Yes.
friendships and relationships through music, through art. I mean, they're both amazing artists, photographers.
Boy, they really are, and talk about no ego. I mean,
Yeah.
they
No
also
ego.
just like to go out there and enjoy
Yeah.
it and share it with people.
Yeah, they're good guys with a
Yeah.
good show, and you can look out to find information about their show at Lola Brothers Productions on Facebook, and subscribe to them on YouTube, and you can see the next iteration of that show as they move into their second season. So we just have a few more minutes left here, and I'm sad about it because I'm really enjoying the conversation with you guys.
Yeah,
So
it's fun.
here you have a platform. What would you like to say about what's going on with music here in Hawaii and where we're going with music here, or anything else that you would like to say? I mean, you can just plug your group if you want, but let's give each of you a minute in number 2. How about that?
Go ahead,
Sam? Can I
Helena.
do
You're
that?
so good with
Can I
camera
just do
number
that?
2.
Hi, camera 2.
There's a picture of Ohana there.
I would like to just say again, Elephant plays every Saturday night at the Irish Rose Saloon, 9 to 2, and now every first and third Friday at O'Toole's.
When they can, with or without a keyboardist.
Okay, little shade. What is that?
Oh,
What is
okay.
that? What
It
just
was
happened? Okay. I hope to see you guys soon. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, and Motley Uke is, well, Helena is now playing bass with Motley Uke, which is the band I play drums in. Heavy metal, ukulele, bass, ukulele, drums, and a killer singer, vocalist. And motleyuke.com or on Facebook. And yeah,
Awesome.
we got something kind of big and maybe in the works.
What is the big thing?
Well, I can't talk about it.
What? I want to know what the big thing is. Do you know what the big thing is?
No clue.
Oh wow. When are you going to bust out with a big thing? Are we going to talk about it? Are we going to talk about it at some point?
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it down the road. But we're talking to somebody on the mainland.
When you have us back.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have even said anything. It was sort
You
of-
can come
sort
back
of lame
and
to just mention
talk
it
about
and
that
then
again when
Okay.
when you are ready to
Clear
bust
your
out with a
schedule.
big-
No.
Got it.
Clear your schedule, girls.
This was so much fun.
Okay.
Thank you, Donna. This is a lot of fun.
Camera
thank
2,
you so
Kathy.
much for
Wait,
being
now.
here.
Camera
I don't
two.
like to talk into camera too. It's odd.
Okay.
But
You
thank
can
you
talk
very
to me
much.
if you want. How do people find out about finding Missing Dave?
Oh man.
Every time the camera's
That'd
on
be
me, I'm
hard.
drinking. It's like they're waiting.
I keep flipping my hair back. It's you.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. This is something for camera 2. Missing Dave we're celebrating our 16th anniversary.
What?
So the thing about
wow.
Missing Dave is that the band has been around for 16 years.
Since I was in high school.
I'm actually the 5th singer. But we still have 2 original members, which is Josie Cristobal, our drummer, and Dave Letarte, the bass player. But we have our 16th anniversary on November 21st at Rock Bottom. And actually, I think that's where Missing Dave had their first gig, and I think that's how they mark their anniversary. And I shouldn't say they, we mark anniversaries, because that was about the first gig 16 years ago was Rock Bottom, which is, I'm sure, a different name back then.
That is very cool. That's
And you'll
poetic.
be at
That
Irish
rocks.
Rose tonight
Tonight.
to
For
celebrate
Helena's
Helena's
30th birthday.
Helena's
40th birthday.
30th, thank you.
And
Don't do that to her. Come on, you remember your 30th
I look
birthday.
fantastic
You
for 40.
You look
I
amazing.
No, because we're here with her, so never mind. She still looks better than me at 40.
Yeah. Tell me that when you're
I
actually
have to
40.
sit next
Oh man, thank you all so much for being here. I'm sorry that we have to.
Thanks for
wrap.
having
Me
us.
too.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Donna. This is
This has
amazing.
been awesome. Thank you for being here.
it's gone.
Ow! Sorry. I would also like to thank our studio overlord, Zuri Bender, who is in my ear. Sachi Slomoff, our floor manager, who's right over there. Thank you, Sachi.
Thanks, Sachi.
And Jay Fidel, who somehow manages to put all of this together. Please join us next week, because we'll be back with more Center Stage.